pure Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, if anybody doesn't know, Jess is a huge Pittsburgh Steeler fan. We saw the play of Kenny Pickett, the first-round quarterback from Pitt. We saw Mitch Trubisky have a hell of a first half and did pretty well this preseason. So what if you were a Steeler fan and Mike Tomlin is not naming the quarterback? He said he will do it at his leisure. Who would you start at quarterback?
I think Mitch Trubisky will start. I think I would start the guy who has NFL reps, who's started NFL games before, and give Kenny Pickett kind of some time to learn the system, to travel with the team, to kind of see it from the sideline, and kind of do, what a lot of teams do now, which is you know that Kenny Pickett's the guy. You draft him in the first round, but you don't need him to start day one of his first season. And if you have the luxury of giving that guy time, give him a little bit more time. And I think Mitch Trubisky's like perfectly fine. He can hand the ball off to Najee Harris. I know Najee Harris has like some sort of foot injury thing going on, but just hand the ball off, maybe win a handful of games, and then see how Kenny Pickett's doing, and then maybe start him, a third of the way through the season if it's time.
Yeah, I think this is one of those classic ones where and again, I always think from a former player, and as a former player, now even though like Mitch hasn't been in the league forever and hasn't lit up the world, he's still, closer to a veteran than Kenny Pickett for sure, and has had game experience. Yeah. And if I'm in that locker room, that's kind of what, unless Kenny Pickett was so much better than him, I would say start Mitch. Let's start Mitch. You never want a throwaway year at all. So, and you start Mitch and you see how the season goes. If you're in it, and it's a tough division, and I don't expect them to be in it that long with Baltimore, with Cleveland now, depending on how Jacoby Brissett plays, because they're not getting Jimmy G now, which we'll get into next. And certainly Cincinnati after coming off the Super Bowl. I think Pittsburgh's fourth in that division, probably. I
don't know, Mike. I mean, yes, like there have been years where I've thought the same thing, but then, the Bengals Bengal, the Browns Brown, the Ravens are usually pretty good, and somehow the Steelers still end up winning the majority of their division games.
So we can have a little side bet if you want. Pittsburgh's last place in that division. They are dead last.
I will bet that they are not.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. We will get a bet going on that one. But I would play Mitch without a doubt out of the gate, and then you see how it goes. And if you find yourself in a position where it starts to turn south, then you put Kenny in and let him get some reps. But as veterans in that locker room, you know what? Nothing is guaranteed. You only get so many shots. So, and you never know. A losing record team could be in the Super Bowl the next year. We've seen it time and time again. You don't know what the season holds. So I would definitely start Mitch in this situation. And I think that's what they're going to do. I think it was always Mitch's job to lose. Yes. And I think Kenny Pickett really, really played well and maybe exceeded some expectations. But I think Mitch will still start there, which is what we expected.